The Sauce Gardner trade is now officially completed, and the same for the Quinnen Williams trade, as the Jets will now have an insane amount of draft capital with 2 firsts and 2 seconds in 2026, plus 3 first-round picks in 2027. The problem now, though, is after trading away arguably their 2 best players, the roster looks horrible. And yes, I know what you're thinking. They were already horrible, right? They're currently 1-7. But let's be real, it's always gonna hurt, especially for the fans, seeing superstar players that your team drafted being traded away. It's gonna take some time to get used to for sure, but what I will say is, I think they got maximum value for both players. This team clearly is in no position to win this season, but they did manage to keep Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson. And now in case you forgot, Garrett Wilson did sign a big extension, so he will be here for the future and will be the main building block on offense. Breece Hall, on the other hand, still in the air. We do know he wants to stay in New York though. And remember now, Breece Hall is actually still just 24 years old. He's actually younger than Woody Marks and RJ Harvey. So definitely one of the cornerstones on this offense, as well as this offensive line. I mean, they have found something here with Armand Membou and Olu Fashanu. Membou was their most recent first-round selection out of Missouri, of course, and he looks to be a real franchise tackle. Same with Fashanu on the other side. Elijah Vera Tucker is arguably their best offensive lineman in general, but he's been out this entire season after getting hurt, I think, in training camp or whatnot. But Joe Tippmann's been playing at right guard, and he's been pretty good too. So the offensive line is no doubt intact. And how about tight end 1? Mason Taylor, their second-round selection, I believe, in 2025. He looks like the future tight end 1 as well. And let's not forget who they got in that trade with Sauce Gardner, Adonai Mitchell, a super hyped up player coming into the draft, and I was personally high on him myself. Thought he could have went round 1. He just kind of had it all, right? He's got the speed, he's got the size, he's got the route running ability and the hands. But things just have simply not worked out for him in Indy. We've seen the boneheaded plays that he has made this season, but with a fresh new star here, I'm making him our number 2 alongside G5, and hopefully there's something in the future with it. And yeah, I guess last but not least, quarterback. We'll be drafting a new quarterback. Whether it's at our pick or we got to trade up, hey, we got the capital to do so. Now for the defense, obviously no more Quinnen Williams, no more Sauce Gardner, but they did manage to keep Jermaine Johnson. Another one of these foundational players, in my opinion, probably the main building block on defense now with those 2 names gone. Because this defense is a whole lot better when Jermaine Johnson's on the field rather than not. Will McDonald has been okay, probably not what they have hoped for with how high they drafted him. They got Mozzie Smith now from that trade as well, but Mozzie Smith is not good. But how about this cornerback room now with no more Sauce Gardner? They once had DJ Reed and Michael Carter. I believe they traded as well, actually. I simmed the week now, so I actually can't trade. I'll just do it in the offseason, whatever. Jarvis Brownlee they brought in earlier this season from the Titans. I don't know why the Titans traded him, because he's quite good and is the new CB1 here. Also, Brandon Stevens they got in the offseason, I believe. He's actually been pretty solid for them as well, and there's a lot of stock now in Azira Thomas to really step up and play a big part of this defense. And now the safety pairing ain't too shabby either. They brought in Andre Cisco in the offseason from the Jaguars. Tony Adams is pretty solid, and Malachi Moore, maybe a future starter on this team. And for the linebacker room, obviously got former All-Pro Quincy Williams, who's working his way back from injury. Maogoa has been a okay rookie so far, maybe can play some part of this defense, and obviously Jamie and Shargoat is that GOAT! The GOAT! Now, this is not going to be an easy riddle to say the very least because of the lack of talent here, and hell, this is just a cursed organization to say the very least, but with the draft capital we have, some of the young players that we have, as long as we can hit out in the draft and make correct decisions in the offseason and contracts and whatnot, we should be able to get the job done. But if you want to see a more in-depth Jets franchise where we play every game and go into deep storylines and whatnot, this is my franchise team, and episode 1 is on my channel with episode 2 coming soon. But for now, after those big trades, let's go ahead and rebuild this team and see what they can become in about a 5-6 year span. And also, check this out, the 2026 official draft class, we will be using it for the first time in any of my rebuilds this season or this year. I will put this draft class on the screen right now, only on Xbox Next Gen. And now we should have, hopefully, a top 3 pick at the very least. Definitely got my eyes on either Fernando Mendoza or Dante Moore. Why does it say he's out of Iowa? And also, yes, we have all the realistic records here up to week 10. Mock draft number 1 has us at pick number 3 going with TJ Parker. No, as we sit here now in week 13 at 1 in 10, but do have some scouting focused players. Now, this is the first time I've ever used this draft class. I don't know anything, so I'm learning it just as you are. Obviously, though, let's throw our first private workout on Fernando Mendoza. We do have 2 first rounders as well now. The Indy one could be a little late, but if Mekhi Lemon's on the board, I would be more than happy. And now, obviously, with Sauce Gardner now out the door, we probably need some cornerback help. Let's throw our last one on AJ Harris here out of Penn State. And as for contracts, we do have some big names, including Breece Hall, AVT, Andre Cisco here as well, Quincy Williams. Breece Hall 100% would love to tie him down. Breece Hall, of course, would love to extend him, as I mentioned, only 24 years old, does have some interest in rejoining us as well, so let's offer him a 5-year deal, and he's here to stay. Did they change the screen up? Elijah Vera-Tucker, also one of our more important pieces to this team. He has literally no interest, though. Head coach historic record, 0%. That's a bit harsh. I just got here, Elijah. All right, and then the rest, honestly, we might just wait on. Maybe get Tony Adams back on like a 3-year deal. He doesn't want a ton. Hell yeah. I could have sworn I turned coach firing off. I turned career clock off instead of firing. That's on me. What the hell even is career clock? Oh my god. Am I gonna lose all my staff points? I just deleted the franchise. I was supposed to click create new character. Oh my god. I have to do everything all over again. All right, I have worked my way back here. We ended up going 1-16 anyway, so I guess I understood why they fired me, but we're back. Here are the seasonal stats. Obviously, we did hop into the real life date, so the real life stats did carry over, and Jamie and Shargo doing Shargo things. As our offense was not good, to say the very least. Justin Fields is under contract for another season, but likely are going to go another direction come draft time. Breece Hall put up over 1,000 yards, only 2 touchdowns though. Garrett Wilson finishes off the year with 76 catches, 895 yards, 5 touchdowns as well. And look at AD Mitchell finding the end zone 9 times. And I'm assuming a lot of that came after he was traded here. Yeah, so we got him in week 10. He scored in his first game, the second game, the third game. He got a hat trick against the Dolphins there in week 14. We still lost that game. He was a red zone monster. All right, AD Mitchell might be playing himself into a little row here. Offensive line cooks, nobody gave up over more than 7 sacks. Jamie and Sherwood, 180 tackles for him. TFL leader was Will McDonald with 11, and the sack leader was also Will McDonald with 4.5. 4 for Michael Clemens, who maybe is playing a bigger role now with some guys gone. Tony Adams, 2 picks. Quincy with 1. That's all we had. Because remember, that first like 6-ish games under the Aaron Glenn era, this team created 0 takeaways. As a Super Bowl matchup, we'll have the Kansas City Chiefs against the Los Angeles Rams. Fun matchup here. The Patriots were the 1 seed as well as the Eagles in the NFC, and the Colts got first rounded. Very good for our pick. They lost to the Broncos as well. A little revenge for, remember earlier in the season when the Colts won from a field goal, a game-winning field goal, but the first one was penalized because the dude touched the center or something stupid. Oh yeah, and by the way, because I had to reset everything, I did do the Michael Carter trade. So we do have John Mechie. I even swapped the 6th and the 7th rounder because I'm a psycho. But in terms of this draft, we do have pick number 1. And we do have pick 24, 33, 40 as well in round 2. Dallas was not good either. They ended up finishing 6-10 after acquiring Quincy Williams. I should have giving them Logan Wilson 2, I guess, but whatever. Yearly awards, Jalen Hurts 1 MVP, Herbert 2, Mahomes 3. Coach of the year somehow was not me. And yeah, nothing else to really see there. Obviously, we were not up there for much. Was hoping for maybe an AD Mitchell dev trade to star because he was amazing after coming to the Jets here, but remains at normal. That's fine though. If he can just do what he was doing, I'm confident that he will go up in the future. I think Jamie and Shergo went up to star, but that might have been the only one we got. As the Rams end up winning number 2 in the Matthew Stafford era, beating the Chiefs 28-22. Stafford, your Super Bowl MVP. As Opoy went to Jonathan Taylor, Depoy Myles Garrett, Scadaboo, and Jalen Walker, defensive and offensive rookie of the year. It's time to offer Elijah Vera-Tucker another massive deal. I'm going to up the money a ton here for a 4-year contract. And he still declines. But he's not going to go anywhere because we will be putting the franchise tag on him. However, for Andre Cisco, Will McDonald has a 5th year, Quincy Williams, all these other dudes, I think I'm gonna just let them walk. Ooh, and look at that. George Pickens says he's not coming back to the Cowboys. That would be a pretty fire addition. Let's see if he's actually here, though. We have a ton of money. He is actually the headline name. He has 14 teams interested, and he does not care about us one bit. All right, Taylor Moton, Khalil Mack, Joel Bitonio. We got RB1 Rico Dowdle here. Could make a difference. DJ Reader. Nothing too crazy here, to be honest with you. Wow, the Colts went all in and then just gave up on Danny Dimes. I would, though, actually like a mentor quarterback. So, Kirko, you're the man for the job. As we'll be targeting John Simpson, Quincy Williams, looking to bring them back. There's not many other options out there, to be honest with you. Kobe Bryant, Marshawn Robinson, Kirko that we all saw as well. The first evaluation is through. We got We went 2 for 3. I got Quincy Robinson. I just combined both their names, you know what I mean. But it looks like we missed out on John Simpson. That kind of hurts. We'll try a 1-year deal with David Edwards. Then the second eval I'm just gonna say eval is through, and we end up going 5 for 5 this time around. Or I guess 3 for 3, you know what I mean? Okay, we're here now for the second wave of private workouts. Mendoza, only a round 2 to 3 guy. Actually, everybody only round 2 to 3. There is also no Ty Simpson in this class either. I believe he's in the 2027 one. Makai Lemon, on the other hand, is a round 1 to 2 talent. Ooh, and AJ Harris, round 1. That could be our pick at 24. But we do have some more ammo to throw around right here. Let's try defensive tackle Lee Hunter out of Tech. Definitely need some safety help as well. Probably no chance we get Caleb Downs, but I'm going to throw one on AJ Halsey, who's next best. And then with us not picking up Will McDonald's 5th-year option, let's try my boy Mateo here out of the O. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't know anything about this class. Plus, I'm no college football expert. To be honest with you, obviously I know the top prospects, the top 1 to 2 rounds, and some names maybe later on, but I'm going into this relatively blind. I do watch a lot of mock drafts though, so I do have that in my bag. Thank you a lot. We do not have mock draft number 5 for whatever reason. Mock draft number 4 has us going TJ Parker at 1 now. What's their obsession with TJ Parker? You know who my choice is going to be. He may be in the title, the thumbnail. Actually, maybe not, because I might put like Sauce and Quinnen. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going Fernando Mendoza though, who's arguably QB1 in this class, has been amazing for a very high-powered Indiana offense as well. And the New York Football Jets have their new franchise quarterback in town. Fernando Mendoza, ranked number 66 in the class, elite intermediate accuracy, unfazed by pressure, perfect placement on screens and check downs, as he will be hidden development and is the new QB1. And okay, I'm actually a little stupid because I forgot we had another pick. I didn't even check out the other mock draft to see where some names are potentially going here, so I don't really know what I want to do. I think I want Makai Lemon, but who knows where he's going to fall. Also, EA, can we please add a feature where we can sim to a specific pick instead of having to do it 1 by 1? I'm just going to send it. We're simming to our pick at 24 as Mateo goes at 12 there. Lenore Sellers, 13. Jermon McCoy, Spencer Fano, Dante Moore fell to 16 to the Steelers there. AJ Harris went 17. That's tough. That's tough because that probably would have been my pick here at 24. But okay, we definitely still have some names, including Makai Lemon, the man we put a private workout on. How about a little Kenyon Sadiq? Arvell Reese, arguably the best defensive player in this class, maybe even player, still available as well, but not sure how great he is in this draft class. We also have Jeremiah Love. We also have Cardinal Tate. Some amazing names here still available at 24 for whatever reason, but I'm going to lock in Cardinal Tate alongside Garrett Wilson to help out the new QB1 of Fernando Mendoza with Breece Hall, Mason Taylor at tight end, a good offensive and young O-line as well. Cardinal Tate might put this offense up another level. It is an A+ draft grade as well, as he's ranked number 13 in this class. We get him at 24, and of course, he's going to be hidden development, the 6'3 playmaker out of the Ohio State. Might take this offense up another notch. Cardinal Tate and Mendoza, are you kidding me? What a draft. Arvell Reese is still here. Kenyon Sadiq is still here. Makai Lemon. Why did I want to say Malachi? Makai Lemon's still here as well. I think at this point, we got to help out the defense. I'm going Arvell Reese, who is a guy that could go top 10. He is a linebacker, but kind of is a hybrid, kind of can play everywhere. Freak athlete, freak size, freak strength as well. 6'4", 248 there, and will be a fun chess piece for our defense and will help out massively as he's ranked 16th in the class. That's going to change this draft class because he's definitely not that low in the process. Is hidden dev, thankfully, and now part of our new regime. Ooh, as we also have pick number 8 in round 2. I forgot. Thank you, Dallas. Sadiq to the Dolphins. Ooh, where's that safety that we put a private workout on? All right. LT Overton is tempting, that pass rusher out of Alabama, but Jalen Kilgore is still on the board. South Carolina safety, a position that we need after losing out on Andre Sisco in the offseason, a hybrid archetype, only 21 years old as well, and looks like a great prospect to add on to Arvell Reese already that we got in this draft. 17 in the class, so actually an amazing pick by us. Not sure how that was only a B grade, but he's hidden dev as well and might be a little gem. Not really, it's round 2, but he looks damn good. Oh, now our next pick is all the way in round 4, pick 1. Where did the third rounder go? I'm not too, was it Hassan Reddick? If it was, then oof. As we're all the way down here in round 4 now, and as I mentioned earlier, I am no college football expert, so a lot of these names I do not know. So I'm just going to go with the best DB on the board, which is Christian Gray here, the Notre Dame man-to-man archetype, only 21 years old as well. You know, we have actually 3 solid corners already, so if you could just play a piece, rotational role in the secondary, I'll take it. Only normal dev though. That was a big W of a draft if you ask me. Mendoza 73, 77 for Carnell Tate, 73 overall Reese, Jalen Kilgore 76, Christian Gray honestly not bad at a 71, and as much as I would love to go check out everybody else's draft class and see who went where and whatnot, I don't want to spoil this draft class for future rebuilds, so we're going to keep it at this. I'll only know really once I draft them in the future. But you know what time it is now. We're taking over, baby, and we're immediately maxing out Scouts Honor to get ourselves 5 tier 3 scouts. And then with our last 70, I'm going to put it all into QB XP training. Let's get Mendoza up as quick as possible. That's all I can do. All right. And here is the official roster for season number 2. Fernando Mendoza, officially the QB1 here on the New York Jets, will be starting on day 1. Carnell Tate, we drafted at pick number 24. I'm going to make him our wide receiver 2 right away. And with alongside A.D. Mitchell and Garrett Wilson, this offense could be really fun. Now, defensively, we somehow lucked out and got Arvell Reese. I'm actually going to start him at Sam right away so we can get some reps alongside Jamie Sherwood and Quincy Williams. And we did sign Kobe Bryant in the offseason, but that was just really for insurance in case I couldn't get a safety. But we did. So I'm starting Kilgore right away too. Zyra Thomas looks like he progressed quite nicely up to an 80 overall now. Start dev, of course. Brownlee will be our number 2 then. And then let's start Mozzie Smith for the heck of it. Maybe he becomes something. And now for 2027, I'm not going to be using a realistic draft class. It just simply is so far out and there's so many unknowns and a lot that could happen between now and then. So going to be an auto-generated one here. And remember, we got ourselves 5 3-star scouts now. So let's get cooking. And remember this year, 3 first-round picks to our name. Hell, if we're competing at midseason, I'm not afraid to shop one of these around. And at the midseason point, we currently sit at 4-3. Hell, that's 3 more wins than we had all of last season. We'll take that. The Colts are 2-5. The Colts are 2-5. Mendoza, top 3 in yards and 19 touchdowns. Oh yeah, he's cooking. Joint top with 19 touchdowns. Our offense is currently top 5. Defense is horrible, but the fact that Fernando Mendoza is balling is all we need to smile. And 12 touchdowns. Whoa. Whoa. Carnote has 12 touchdowns at midseason and is leading us in yards as well. Garrett Wilson, move aside. Move aside. Whoa. Whoa. What in the... What are the Cowboys? 3-4. Okay. Scouting, national focus. Actually, I didn't even go over our scouts with y'all. My bad. It's the national one gonna be on DT, as we'll also have one for cornerback, IOL, pass rush, and safety. Now, in terms of negotiations, obviously AVT's back, Joe Tippmann, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, we didn't pick up his 5th year as well. Elijah Vera Tucker is definitely the one I want to keep around. Wouldn't even mind a 4-year deal, which will take him up to 31 years old. It's not old at all for a guard, and he's back happily. We got a franchise QB now, and that's all you need. That's all you need. Joe Tippmann, low-key, might let him walk just because it's easily replaceable come draft time on day 2, on day 3. Jermaine Johnson, on the other hand, not easy to replace. He's already 27 years old, but is not asking for the most. Obviously, only an 81 overall, but we need something on the defensive line. Because Will McDonald, to be brutally honest, I'm not too interested in bringing back. And the rest, I guess we'll just figure out at the end of the year. Olu. I'm in week 13 for the focus players. We're 4-8 now. Haven't won a game since. I don't mind it. Obviously, we're in the first year here with a new QB and whatnot, but dang, we started off pretty good. But okay, in terms of players here, we should have this guy fully scouted by the end of the year. Let's throw one on this dude, though, Kerry Ballman, who we only have at 40% currently. We are likely going to need some interior offensive lineman help as well. So Enrique Sanchez, the center out of Oklahoma, is number 2. And last but not least, Cameron Covington out of Illinois here, 20-year-old corner, round 1 to 2 projected. As we end the season off, just going 5-12, a disappointing second half of the season, but our offense looked good. Our passing game looked good. The defense, however, horrendous. As Fernando Mendoza absolutely balled out, breaking rookie record on rookie record. 4,800 yards, 4,850, 40 touchdowns, smashes the QB rookie record as well. Did throw 15 interceptions, but honestly, if you put up these numbers over here, that's fine. Keep slinging the rock. Amazing season from the rookie. The rush game was horrible though. Breece Hall only had 616 yards, ran quite efficiently, and did find the end zone 10 times, but would love to get Breece Hall more involved in the offense and open up the passing game too. And okay, Carnell Tate looks pretty good. 111 receptions. Him and G5 had over 100. He just put up 1,766 yards with 25 touchdowns as a rookie. I mean, we saw Jamar Chase the other year. Yeah, smell you later. Because Carnell Tate is the new alpha in town. Jamie and Shergoat obviously leading the way for tackles made there with 177. Only one man above double digits in TFLs, and that's Harrison Phillips. So shout out to him. As Will McDonald with 6 sacks leads the way. Jermaine Johnson actually with only 3. Maybe I should have flip-flopped who I gave a contract to. Oh, and interceptions, we actually had a bit this year. 3 for Sherwood and Brandon Stevens, 2 for Quincy Williams, Brownlee, and Tony Adams there, and 1 for the rookie Jalen Kilgore. And that reminds me, I actually never went and checked their dev trait, but I guess we'll just do it come Super Bowl week so we can see Devies as well. As the Super Bowl will be the 5th-seeded Eagles against the 1-seeded Buffalo Bills. I do not see the Cowboys making the playoffs, and I did not see the Colts as well. So very good news for us as Josh Allen wins himself MVP number 2. Mendoza actually finishes top 7 there. As Jamar Chase actually won All Part. Carnell Tate number 2. That's crazy. Jamar had to have put up some insane numbers here as Offensive Rookie of the Year is in no doubt Carnell Tate. Mendoza actually 4 though. Jordan Tyson of the Titans is number 3, and number 2 goes to Jeremiah Love in our division behind Drake May. Kind of fun as well as Keldrick Falk on the Browns now wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Kilgore at 6. As we could have some very good Devies here. Looking at our team down, Mendoza and Carnell Tate either go up to superstar or were already superstar. They're both good enough to be it organically already, but it looks like Mendoza ended up being star, and because of his great season has earned himself a superstar dev trait. Carnell Tate on the other hand is up to a 95 overall now with +5 morale. Looks like he was star dev as well and has gone up to superstar too. Bro, he's a 95 in his rookie. Dude, Mendoza's a 94. Oh my God, we absolutely hit a home run with the both of them, and the future here looks extremely bright, especially with a superstar Jamie and Sherwood as well. Arvell Reese Kilgore ended up only being a star, sadly. Jeremy and Sherwood the only one we got on. The defense was horrible, to be fair. Can't complain. Was Carnell Tate in the slot or something? He was a slot receiver, and man, he went insane. As Buffalo finally wins themselves their first Lombardi, beating the Eagles 42-31. Josh Allen, of course, your Super Bowl MVP. We're looking to take our divisional rivals down in the near future. 5th-year option for Olu Fashanu, obviously going to be accepting that. Will McDonald's making me question some things now. Maybe I should have given him a contract. He's already 28 though, and he's not even an 80 overall. He was solid for us, but I do think we just let him go. Fields, Phillips, Mozzie Smith, Brandon McGregor, nah, blah, 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 blah. As we'll head into free agency with 144 mil in the vault, Zay Flowers. The headline name here does have interest as well. We don't necessarily need him though, although it would never hurt to just crack out this offense for our rookie QB on his rookie deal, right? Ryan Kelly, Elton Jenkins as well. Some solid names, some solid vets. Jeremy Chin, low-key, a little intrigued in. Kilgore is up to an 83 now, but Chin wants no way, dude. You're 29 already. What is that? Blood is asking for the world, bro. Let's get Tank Bigsby as a backup. I don't know. We got money. When I have money, I'm stupid. And okay, now I like Mason Taylor, right? But Sam Laporta is just chilling here. Sam Laporta is just chilling here. We got money. He's an 89. He's only 26 years old as well. I think I'm comfortable with giving him this deal, and especially, like I said earlier, with Mendoza on the rookie deal, Carnell Tate on the rookie deal as well. We got the money to build around these guys. However, I'm not in the hunt at all. There are 17 teams interested in Laporta's signature. No shot I'm paying any more than that. You know what? I'm just gonna withdraw. There's no point. Tui Pelotu is just chilling here in free agency. He's an 80 overall. He's only 24 years old. I'm gonna offer him a deal. And as we currently stand, we have 0 defensive tackles on this team. I guess we have Leonard Taylor, but let's offer for Poona Ford. And then gonna try to add in Darrell Baker as well as Elton Jenkins to be our new starting either left guard or center. We'll see what happens come draft time here. We do go 3 for 3 with Bigsby, Ford, and Baker, and should be good on Tui as well, but Elton Jenkins has other suitors now. I might just gamble with it though. We do have the top offer, and I shouldn't have gambled with it. He's gone to Carolina. However, Tui is now here. I guess I'm happy with that. And now let me just make sure to sign somebody in the interior just in case we can't draft anybody, as it is almost draft time, and we do know Otis Ward, the Northwestern pass rusher, is going to be a true top 5 guy. We also have a safety in the top. We have 2 safeties as top 5 true talents. Sean Short, what a name. He's actually pretty short, 5'9". Out of Oregon, though. Let's go. Very, very interesting. I think I put one. We have a day 2 to 3 left guard there. Nobody else. The center, round 1 to 2. That's our guy then for sure. Otis Ward, I gotta lock him in as well. I actually don't know what picks we have currently, but we'll go check after this. Ballman, round 1 to 2. Defensive tackle was our 3-star scout, or national scout, I should say. Have some round 1 guys down the board here. There's a gem here in Edward Hall. Maybe another gem in Todd McAllister. Maybe another gem in Cordell Green and Byron Tate. Carnell Tate's brother. Oh, we're building a dynasty. Some solid corners at the top of the class as well in Mark Gardner and Cameron Covington, who we put one on. But how about the safeties in this class in Sean Short and our guy Dalton Barberi. I don't know. I'm going to throw one on Cole Patton, a backup tight end. Let's do another interior offensive lineman just in case. And why not a linebacker down the board for good measure in Jeff Williams here out of UNC. Now, please, can mock draft number 5 work for me? Thank you very much. We are not in the top 3. It's Falcons, Bears, Dolphins. We do not want him to go to the Dolphins, as we are going to be pick number 7 here. They have us going with Devontae McKee. No, our 2 other picks, though, are going to be at 12. We're getting Emmanuel Westbrook. They have us mocked in the number 17. So 3 picks inside the top 20 is pretty good. Here are both the safeties going back to back. I think we should be able to trade 12 and 7 up to maybe number 3, number 2 to get Otis Ward. That should be fine. And then we keep our other pick to get one of these safeties in the Mike Tiller is top 5. I said, let's do him just in case. He's a top 5. I need him as well. I need him more than ever. What in the world? What is this draft class, bro? Hello. What'd I do? I think I did a tight end, right? The tight end is round 2 to 3. Cool. As it is now time for the 2027 NFL draft. I think we got to trade up. And that was actually quite easy. Maybe I should have asked for more. I don't know. We're trading 7 and 12 here with Miami interdivision trade to move up to number 3. And I get their 3rd rounder too. I thought that would be too much, but I guess not. As Mark Woodward, a left tackle, goes number 1 there. Not something you see every day. Miguel Aguirre, number 2. As that leaves us now, look at the QBs at the top of the board here. Somebody trade up and grab him. That leaves us with Otis Ward, the top 5 true talent pass rusher out of Northwestern, 22 years old, speed rusher archetype with elite acceleration, change of direction, jumping and speed, had the holy crap, killed the combine first in the 40-yard dash, vert jump, 3-cone drill, 20-yard shuttle. I mean, this guy looks like the real deal here and will be my selection at 3. He's ranked 3, so it's a good value if you ask me, as he's going to be hidden dev as well. 85 strength, 91 acceleration, 86 speed. What did we just find? A downright insane talent there, as we're here at 17 now. Both of the safeties are still here. I'm wondering if I could just trade back a little bit and garner some value. Like this right here is perfect. The Vikings are offering me 23 and 87 in this class, as well as 183, just to move back 6 spots. So I will be accepting that happily. And Barberi went, but the other safety is still there. Our guy, none other than Sean Short himself out of Oregon. Sco Ducks, zone archetype, immediate starter on our team. BBBA. Key ratings there in elite acceleration and strength. Despite his size, he plays much, much bigger on the field. Ranked number 2 in the class. We get him at 23 there. And he is, of course, hidden development trait. As we now have pick number 7 in round 2, the only pick we have here in round 2. So Mike Tiller went. The guard went the Falcons went with a tackle at 1 and then a top 5 left guard at 33. I just didn't know when he was going to go. Guess I should have looked a little harder. That is so frustrating, though. I'm not going to lie. I really, really would have loved a top 5 guard. I mean, who wouldn't? Did the center go as well? The center went too. Oh, what in the world? Oh, that's why we signed Aaron Brewer, though, for this exact reason. What if I throw in a little Braylon Allen? The trade is accepted. We're trading pick number 7 here in round 2, as well as Braylon Allen. I'm landing myself one of the best left guards in the league here in Landon Dickerson, 85 overall. Immediate plug and play. And you know what? I'll take that over Tiller. I'll take that over the center we had scouted anyway. Give me a proven talent. As into round 3 now, we have 67, 71, and 87. I believe that was from the Vikings. And at this pick, we might just go all out with some of these defensive tackles? I think I just take the top 2 guys here with our first 2 picks here in round 3. The first one being Edward Hall, who's a true top 50 guy in this class, ends up being hidden dev as well at a position of need at defensive tackle. And actually, I picked 7. I'm going to go with that tight end we scouted out of Georgia, Colt Patton. We need backup tight end, and we know we're going to get a defensive tackle later on anyway. So let's go ahead and grab this guy. The value is pretty solid here, and he ends up being hidden. And honestly, could potentially start over Mason Taylor if we have to. And the 4 defensive tackles are still available here. Let's go ahead and take the next one up in Todd McAllister, 6'5", only 21 years old as well, ranked 44 in the class, so actually higher ranked than the other guy we went with. And another hidden dev, 6'5". Now in round 4, I'm actually going to gamble a little bit and take Mitch Ratliff here, the guard out of Oregon State, 21 years old, pass pro, looks to have the key ratings down, as he ends up being 43 in the class. Not too shabby, but there it is, only normal dev. And 5th round, probably my last pick. Let's just go with this one, Raphael Sheldon, just because he's 21 years old. The youngest out of the 3, 37 in the class. He might end up being the best one out of the... Never mind. That was an amazing draft class, if you ask me. 80 for Otis Ward, 82 for Sean Short. Got 74s here for Edward Hall, Colt Patton, Todd McAllister, and Mitch Ratliff. 75 for Sheldon, Cordell Green, and Byron Tate. I mean, our defensive line is super stacked now. And remember last year, the offense was fine. Mendoza looked like a real number 1 overall draft pick. The defense just needed some work, and USC, I didn't see the USC, I'm not gonna lie. 87 overall in our Division 2, which hurts even more. Remember, I traded down actually and kind of gambled between the 2. Whichever one fell, I was more than happy to go, but Barbieri looks to be generational, probably an X factor as well. Makes Sean Short just not look as good, even though he's still an 82, still amazing, right? Mike Tiller. We ended up getting Landon Dickerson, so I can't really complain, but we did know this guy's talent. An obvious hidden dev as well. The real question is, what development trait? Superstar. Yeah, that would have been awesome. I can't lie. Some solid receivers went early round 2 as well. This class was super stacked. I mean, look at how many 78, 77 plus overall players there are. All the draft classes, all the positions are only on normal strength, so just an insane class. In tier 3 now, the team looks ready. 86 overall there with an 89 offense and an 83 defense. The foursome of Garrett Wilson, Fernando Mendoza, Breece Hall, and Carnell Trait are ready to take over this league with an improved offensive line as well, with Fashanu and Membu getting better, and now the addition of Landon Dickerson. The big problem, however, last season was the defense, and we added some bodies now with Poona Ford, Tui Tuipulotu, and some amazing draft picks, including Green and Sheldon and Edward Hall and Otis Ward, who I might start over Jermaine Johnson right away. And oh yeah, let's not forget the 82 overall standout free safety for prospect we got as well in Sean Short. Here at midseason now, and it's the same record as last season here, 4-3. I'm more intrigued in, though, the development traits of our players. On offense, obviously Patton, still do not know, but defensively I did change to a 3-4, and Sean Short is indeed a superstar X factor. I would rather Otis Ward, though, I can't lie. I would rather it be Otis Ward, who ends up only being a star. And we have none of the defensive tackles yet. Still great, though, to get ourselves a little X Factor rookie. And in terms of the National Scout this season, I'm throwing it on edge. And the AFC East looks like a gauntlet this season for whatever reason. The Dolphins and the Patriots, 6-1. Oh, shout out Mendoza. In terms of contracts, we have Sherwood, Brandon Stevens, A.D. Mitchell, Jarvis Brownlee, Poona Ford, Kobe Bryant, Darrell Baker. Let's go ahead and get our GOAT back award winner tag as well. He deserves the big buck. Don't get over your head now, Jamian. You know, I was expecting a better start to year 3, but we might still be a year away from being a year away. The team is young, and for the first time in a long time, we're probably not going to have a pick inside the top 10, so let's scout a little bit more down the board. Wow, this DB class is horrible, which is kind of what we need as well. I'm gonna throw one on Ben Barlow. Could use some help at linebacker as well. Ben Colin here out of South Carolina. And then once again here, gonna dive into some interior offensive linemen. This dude's round 1 to 2, but let's try him out, I guess. And as the regular season comes to an end, we do finish above 500 with a 9-8 record. but do not make our way into the playoffs. Actually finished bottom of the division. Everybody else made it. That is pain. Pain everywhere. Despite our offense being #1 in the league, the defense was 29th. I even changed to a 3-4. Still looks like that didn't get the job done. Mendoza was an MVP candidate, though, with 41 touchdowns to only 9 interceptions and over 5,000 yards in year 2. MVP him. Just kidding. We didn't make the playoffs, which is brutal. Brees Hall, 19 touchdowns, 4.8 a carry. Doesn't get too many carries, but is very efficient with it. Gardner at this rate is going to be the best wide receiver of all time. I mean, another 1,700-yard season, 19 touchdowns to add along to it. And Garrett Wilson as a #2 was equally as impressive. 10 touchdowns, 1,400 yards. A.D. Mitchell, awesome as a 3. Mason Taylor, solid at tight end as well. Olu Fashanu is giving up sacks like no tomorrow, 25. And Aaron Brewer giving up at 14 from center is insanity. Insanity. Get him out of here. Sherwood of Jamie, and of course, leading the way for tackles made. Nobody in double digits for TFLs. It's quite disappointing, I can't lie with you, but Tui, the new addition in the offseason, gets himself 9.5 sacks. Otis Ward, the rookie, with 8.5. Pretty solid year. Poona Ford with 8 as well. Quincy Williams, 4.5. 4 for Arvo Reach there. In terms of picks, it was 4 for Azira Thomas, 3 for Sherwood. Few people with 1. As the Super Bowl matchup will be the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Green Bay Packers. Pretty fun matchup there. As Joe Burrow wins himself his first Most Valuable Player award, Mendoza. It had Mendoza written all over it if we just made the postseason. But Gardner does win Offensive Player of the Year. Maybe a sneaky X-Factor development trade upgrade after this season. You sure hope so. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Devontae Capers. We had so many names, but didn't win the award. Short and Otis Ward did make it, though. As for any development trade upgrades, Mendoza and Gardner up to X Factor is amazing. I see Mason Taylor went up to star as well. I'm not going to sweep that one under the rug. Awesome upgrades on offense. Defensively, though, we still struggled, even with the additions we made. Why do these dudes not have their snaps played? Were they not starting all season? I'm pretty sure I played them at rush D tackle as well. What? But other than that, Jamie and Sherwood does go up to X Factor now, and I see Arvell Reese going up to Superstar Dev, which is awesome. He was kind of buried in the depth chart as well because he was at Sam linebacker. I actually never changed him. How do you not have your snaps? 451. It's all good though, because with Mendoza, with Gardner, with that offense, I trust this team to go all the way in the near future. We just got to figure out this defense. Maybe trade for a blue chip guy. Something's got to change though, because it has been pathetic as the Packers win themselves #5 here as they beat Jacksonville 21-16. Josh Jacobs, your Super Bowl MVP. He might be like 31-32 in this time around. Shout out to him, I guess, for still going strong. Armand Bembu as a 5th-year option. Of course, we're going to accept that. Jamie and Sherwood goes up to X Factor, declined us on our first contract offer to him, and now he probably wants more money, right? He's 28. He's an award winner. I'm going to bump it up to 7.5 there, but that's probably the maximum I'm going to go. And Jamie and Sherwood is back. But in terms of a Brandon Stevens, an A.D. Mitchell, Jarvis Brownlee, even Poona Ford, who's 32 years old now, I'm probably going to let them walk, and we're going to see what we can do in free agency with some cash. Because we should have a healthy amount of it. It's just up to who is in the pool. Xavier McKinney, Rashawn Gary, Zach Bond. We got some good names here. Jonathan Allen as well. Edgerrin Cooper would be awesome. We did just re-sign Jamie and Sherwood, though, so probably not. I think I would like to offer Rashawn Gary just a 1-year deal. We got to bolster out this defense. The team is ready to win, and on a 1-year contract, I'm fine with boosting up the money. Ooh, I didn't even see Jamel Dean here. He has a little interest. He is 31 years old, but this could be a big get for our team. Wait, we have like no corners. All right, and then Rashawn Gary, Jamel Dean, Max Melton, and Jacoby Brissett to be a backup quarterback here, as we end up getting Max Melton. Cool. The other 3 guys, though, still here. I missed out on somebody. It was Rashawn Gary. Goes to interdivision as one of the Patriots. Quite annoying. Not the biggest deal, though, because obviously our 3-star scout was on pass rush as well. We need Jamel Dean, though, and we get Jamel Dean. There we go. Okay, time to check out the draft class. How are we looking? We have a top 5 pass rusher once again here. This time, Dale Patterson out of A&M. Does he look like that? Kind of. D power move, C block shed. I mean, it's all right. 6'5" speed rusher, though, with the lead acceleration, but we do know the talent is there. Whoa. How do I even have this guy scouted? There was a round 1 to 2 UDFA left guard. I guess I have him on West, I think. There's literally none of them, but we got a good one here in Eric Matthias. Ooh, Teddy Gore, round 1 to 2 projected top 5 corner. This has to be our pick. I think we're fine in terms of the pass rush. Now we do have our 3 private workouts. Of course, I'm going to throw one on, I don't know, Mike Harrison. Some good linebackers as well. Mateo Cabrera, round 1 to 2, dude, round 3 to 4 projected. I honestly don't know what else to put it on. Corey LeBlanc and another guard, Juwan Whitfield. There we go. And remember, we only have our picks this season. We did miss out on the postseason, but we should still be relatively in the middle ground here. Pick number 16 is where we ended up landing, and Teddy Gore's projected to go 20. That's probably my pick then. Yeah, I mean, easy as then. Let's go ahead and go to Sim 16, pick 16. Dude, the draft screen is so slow, man. Like, look at this. Look at these menus, dog. And let's go ahead and draft Teddy Gore, 6'4", out of the Ohio State with BAAB, a little bab there, if you know what I'm saying. Doesn't have the craziest of ratings in general, but we do know the talent. He's got the size, he's got the speed as well. Teddy Gore should play a big role on our team. Ranked number 4 in the class, an A+ draft grade we get at pick number 16. Hidden development as well. Let's go. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we're here in round 2 now. I didn't favorite anybody, so I'm actually quite lost. I didn't even check out the people I private worked out. Juwan Whitfield's round 1. We got some good offensive linemen in this class. Any defensive tackles? We do have a gem later on. I might trade out here and try to get another pick in maybe round 3. I think this works with the Colts. We're moving to 66, so like the top end of round 3 here. And we also get 98. Hopefully I can use that to trade back into round 3. And hopefully none of those players go in between then. Hopefully the left guard is still available, and he is at around 3 to 4 projected. Kind of gambled with it, but Juwan Whitfield looks awesome out of Ohio State as well. So same with Teddy Gore. The DB we went with in round 1, Juwan Whitfield, is ranked number 16 in the class. We get him at 66. Awesome selection there. Hidden dev as well. He might be a day 1 starter. Brother, it is so laggy, man. No, the middle linebacker went. That's who I wanted with this pick. That is who I wanted with this pick, bro. I should have went him first because we had the other guards there already too. The defensive tackle went? Who's down here scouting with me in the freaking depths, bro? Okay, well, now I'm just annoyed. So I'm going to gamble and take Brent Lewis. We lost A.D. Mitchell in the offseason. We do have Arian Smith still lurking around, but could definitely use some more receiver depth need be, as he is 133 in the class. And then round 4 now, I'm just going to go ahead and snag this right guard that we had earlier. And that's it for me in the draft. He is going to be 46 in the class, so awesome value there. Ends up being hidden too. Some solid drafting once again, if you ask me. Teddy Gore, 77, 75 for Whitfield, 68 for Brent Lewis, 73 for Matthias too. This draft class doesn't seem to be as stacked though as the last one we had. As the highest rated player, like I said, ended up only being a 78. Had a few of them here, including Dale Patterson. There was a round 6, the end of round 6 defensive tackle. That was also a 77 there. I do want to check out Dale Patterson though, because of course we had him scouted. Big position as well, and superstar dev. Would have been nice for sure, but hopefully Teddy Gore is good too. And then I also want to see where that middle linebacker went that I had on my board. I think his name was right here. Mateo Cabrera also goes to the Chiefs there. Ended up only being normal, so it's cool. Oh, Edward Hall is a superstar. I didn't even realize. Looks like everybody else ended up only being star, but Edward Hall is the dude. We're so thin at defensive tackle. I thought I drafted like 17 of them last year. But before we start this season, we got a massive trade here for the big Jordan Davis, 85 overall. I'm basically just giving away 3 backups in Gray, Brewer, and Ratliff, and then some day 3 picks. That should now help the defensive tackle room a little bit more with him, Green, Hall, and of course McAllister. Mid-season point, 6-1. 90 overall now. That is what we like to see. 3-star scout, gonna go on cornerback again. We only have Jamel Dean for 1 year. As we can go ahead and check out some of our rookies, the left guard we had. Only a star, sadly, but Teddy Gore, Only a star as well. And once again, it's Mendoza cooking, Carnell Tate cooking, and Zaire Thomas leading the league in interceptions. And speak of the devil, he needs a new contract. Same with Olu Fashanu here, Mason Taylor, Jordan Davis, who we just traded for as well, Landon Dickerson. Olu should not be too bad. He does have interest. We can bump it up to 5 years as well because he's just 25 years old. Now, Zaire Thomas has actually blossomed into a nice CB1 option for us now. He's only 24 as well. He does want a lot of money, doesn't have much interest, but he's back for 5 more. And Landon Dickerson doesn't want a ton of money. I'm actually going to bump it down a little bit because he has green interest and he's here to stay. Jordan Davis, I think on a 1 year, I'm happy to offer that. Now, in terms of the draft, I'm actually not too sure what we're really even going to need. Our pick, hopefully, though, is in the late 20s, maybe even 32, if you know what I'm saying. So it's probably just BPA. I'll throw one on Isaiah Chamberlain here out of that. Oh, always got to test one out on a late round guard. Let's do Calvin Flanagan. And the final one, I'm going to do pass rusher BJ Johnson here out of Indy. And ladies and gents, we got ourselves a bye week. Finish as the 1 seed in the AFC with a 14-3 record. It is about time. We actually lost our first game, by the way, to the Browns, 29-35. And I changed the defensive playbook to Pittsburgh 3-4. And looks like that did wonders. Because we just put up some numbers, to say the very least. Offensively, number 1 in the league. Defense actually only 18th, but 18th plus this offense is more than good enough, as Mendoza just broke records and had one of the best QB seasons of all time. 5,700 yards is by far the most. That breaks the records. 50 touchdowns as well. 10 interceptions only. Was even super accurate. 335 yards per game is unheard of. Breece Hall is really solid as well. About 5 a carry. 18 touchdowns for him and 949 yards. But it's clear that the offense went through the air as Carnell Tate just... Carnell Tate... I don't even know what to say. 125 receptions. 2,338 yards, 30 touchdowns. These Ohio State receivers are no joke. Just take one. It will work out. Arian Smith also was kind of balling too as the new number 3 here after we let go of A.D. Mitchell. He broke 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson was actually the number 3. What in the world is this offense that we have built as Arvell Reese actually leads the way for tackles for the first time in a long time? It is not Jamie Sherwood himself. 11 TFLs for Tui, but wow. 15. I thought I was going to say Tui also led the way with 15 sacks. No, it was Otis Ward, the sophomore man. 16 sacks is outrageous. 7.5 from Arvell Reese from Will linebacker. Like I said, bit of a hybrid. He could pass rush. He could do a little bit of everything. 7.5 sacks is no joke at all. 6 picks for Zaire Thomas. Hopefully that's a devy for him too, as we offered him a new contract. Sean Short, Jamel Dean. Dude, this team... it's kind of insane. I feel like we have drafted extremely well, and of course it helps out that Fernando Mendoza and Carnell Tate are both generational talents, both playing together. It is unreal. We have the Chargers here in the 2nd round, and we lost. After that season, we lost. We gave up 41. You've got to be kidding me, bro. Why? Why are we losing this game? Herbert had 5 touchdowns and no interceptions plus 400 yards. Throwing to who exactly? Nick Harbor had 9 for 180 on us. Ladd McConkey as well. We just couldn't stop him, man. Jeez, come. We gave him 41. Of course, we're gonna lose.
Finish these goddamn games. Please finish them.
That is so disappointing because that was an amazing season, as it's going to be an LA Bowl here in 2028. However, we do come away with something as Fernando Mendoza does win himself his first MVP award. Carnell Tate number 9. He should have easily maybe have been 2. Hey, it's me. Mike McDaniel's now on the Browns. Ooh, I think this is our rookie or maybe 2nd-year man. He just straight up won best offensive lineman, so that should be a debut for him. AVT gets in here as well, as Arvell Reese wins straight up best linebacker too. Okay, disappointing to, still not get our first playoff dub, I guess, but we should get some awesome development trade upgrades. Nothing on offense though. Carnell Tate and Mendoza obviously already up. Maybe Arian Smith could have went up to superstar, but that's fine. We do have Matthias won best offensive lineman. He played 293 snaps. This game is broken, but he went up to superstar. I'll take it. What? I was going to say, isn't it Whitfield that's starting for us? Yeah, Juwan Whitfield. How the heck did he's up to an 8. Like, he's going crazy. Up to an 85 already. All right, defensively, we should have some big ones over here. Reese doesn't go up. after winning best linebacker, but we do have Azara Thomas up to superstar. That is good. As the Los Angeles Chargers win themselves their first ever Super Bowl, 20-13 there. Dion Henley winning Super Bowl MVP. And okay, that was by far our best season yet. We have a 5th-year option for Carnell Tate and Fernando Mendoza. I'm going to go ahead and accept both of them. They're pretty good. But now in terms of a Mason Taylor, Tank Bigsby, Arian Smith, Jamel Dean, Tony Adams, I think I'm going to let those guys walk. As good as these guys are, and they have been playing a role as well, I think we could replace them in the draft pretty easily for much, much cheaper. Because we got to keep in mind that these two are about to get paid soon. But we still got some money to throw around here in free agency. Amon-Ra St. Brown is here. I've never seen him here. He has a lot of interest too. Obviously, we just don't need him though. Some great pass rushers. Brian Burns only wants a 1-year deal. Wait, how did Otis Ward not go up to superstar, by the way? Didn't he drop like 16 sacks? That's crazy. Same with Tui. I mean, bro, a 1-year deal with the way our team is progressing. Let's offer him the world here because we could use Brian Burns' service. This is a crazy class. Linderbaum, Jared Goff, Kevin Dotson, Ali McNeil, Etienne, Pacheco. You know what? I'm gonna try Ali McNeil as well. Only on a 1-year deal, but I'm gonna bolster up the money a ton. Come get that ring. Come get that ring. And yeah, just like that, we have 12 mil remaining. Hey, we don't need a lot though. We kept all of our main players still here. Both players are gone. And we only got Ali McNeil. Brian Burns decides to go to Seattle there despite all the money we gave him, but he had little to no interest anyway. Hey, I'll take Ali McNeil. Also gonna try to sign Etienne for a backup. Harold Fannin actually has a backup as well. Remember, we drafted that Patton dude the other season, so he will be the tight end one this season. Can y'all please join, please? My signings, we got Fannin and Cooper. Oh, no, we got all 3. Yeah, we got all 3. All right, let's check out the draft, though, as we have a top 5 cornerback. Top 5 projected, though, so very slim chances that we're going to be able to get him, but we did have our 3-star on DB, and there are some good talents that looks like we can get down the board. Oh, my goodness. There's always gems. Look at this. The bottom guy on the right guard list is around 1 to 2 talent. I'm throwing the first one on TJ Noel, punter out of West Virginia. Wait, we actually desperately need a receiver because we lost Arian Smith. So let's do Tito Baca out of LSU. Can't go wrong with the LSU receiver. And we'll throw another one. Let's do Mateo Matias. What a name. As we'll have pick number 28 in this draft. As the receivers we scouted are both really good. Okay, that checks out. The punter's also a round 1. What a player. And between these two options, I think Tito Baca is actually the better shot here because he's a deep threat. We need a field stretcher, and he ran a 4.3, the fastest in the class with elite acceleration, elite speed, or great agility as well. This is the exact type of receiver that we could add on and mix as well with the other guys we have in the group. But he's number 6 in the class, so almost a top 5 guy there, as you can see on the scouting report, though. Speed, and that kind of hurt. I'm not gonna lie. We'll see what that other dude was. We do have a solid DB prospect here in Tyrone Gordon, round 1 to 2 talent out of Oregon State, a slot archetype, just 5'10", but should play a solid role on our in our secondary this season. Ranked 36 in the class. We get him all the way at 60 there, and I can't hit a hidden dev this year. Now I believe I traded away my 4th round pick, so I'm just gonna take the talent right now. Even though he is projected UDFA, we know the talent will be there. We know the value will be there at around 1 to 2. Almost a top 30 guy in the class. We get him at 92 there, and thank you very much. I miss seeing that symbol. And in round 5 with the final pick of this draft, let's go ahead and take TJ. No, elite kick power is all I needed to see alongside a kick accuracy as well. TJ, no. Welcome to the God Squad. 99 kick power. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Not amazing, though. Tito Baca did end up being a 79 overall. And like I said, he's a wide receiver 3, so him being normal is fine because those other guys are going to eat in front of him, no doubt. Tyrone Gordon, 74, 75 for Almas. And the punter was a 77. Of course, though, we had our choice at the end of the round. USC run support safety, you already know, with Tito Baca and Mateo Matias, who's a 77 overall, so a little bit lower. I guess we made the right choice anyway. Another really good class, so 380 plus overalls, a ton of 79s and 78s, including a fullback. I folded. I should have scouted fullback. I scouted punter. Should have scouted fullback too. I believe into year 5, right? Hey, 90 overall team from the beginning of the year. Now, we did lose some pieces like a Arian Smith and a Mason Taylor, but Patton should be able to take over. Our new draft pick, Baca, as a wide receiver 3, more than serviceable, up to an 81 already. This offensive line looks like the best it's ever been, and we got the former reigning MVP. And defensively, we cracked out this defensive line now. I mean, we have 5 dudes, 85 plus overall. I know it seems a little overkill, but I just want to bolster the trenches. We saw Otis Ward and Tui both 8 because of that last season. Linebacker room looks great, as well as the secondary with Isaiah Thomas really becoming his own now into a CB1, 89 overall. Gore's up to an 85 in just year number 2. This season, this is the best chance and the best we've looked. And don't sleep on the legendary pick that was TJ Noel. He will be the difference maker. And now we're 2-4 at midseason. We're a 92 rated team. I didn't change anything. I feel like all we did was add in talent. I mean, overall, our numbers still looks good though. Mendoza has 15 touchdowns with 3 picks. Cardinal Tate obviously still balling. Just gotta trust these guys to pick it up in the second half, I guess. And for player contracts, we have Arvell Reese. Armand Membu wants a ton of money now. Jalen Kilgore is ready to negotiate as well. And okay, we do not have money to even negotiate currently. We're negative 17 mil in the cap. I think that is because Mendoza's 5th-year option is outrageous, and it is 81.6 mil, and then 42.8 mil for Carnote on their 5th years is kind of putting us in a bad position. Kind of. It definitely is. I mean, that is a little over 120 mil tied up to 2 players that we're paying this season. Private workouts does seem to be a very good tackle class, and with us potentially not being able to re-sign Armand Membu, let's throw one on Matt Perella there, maybe another one on Junior Brown. Hell, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay much, so let's do a will linebacker, Mark Jackson. Shout out the commentator, former Warriors coach.
And I'd hit out the park, no question, with all due respect.
And where I left off in the private workouts, we did manage to string together a few wins there. We end off the year 10-7, end up second in the AFC East behind the Patriots there, but we're here. We got an opportunity. It's all I could ask for after that start. And Mendoza led the way again. 51 touchdowns, 9 picks, 5,500 yards. I mean, how are we only winning 10 games? Okay, the run game was non-existent this year. That was the big difference, because last season, Brees Hall was a monster. He's still a 91. Has Carnote had a season where he didn't put up 2K? I mean, what are we witnessing right now? I mean, he's never had under 1,750 yards. The touchdown numbers are ridiculous, though. I don't really know what that is. My God, those are quarterback touchdown numbers, bro. Tito Baca, awesome debut for his rookie season. Wow, we started Matthias this season because he went up a superstar for winning best O-line last season. Gives up 15 sacks from left guard. That is quite pathetic. I'm not gonna lie. Jamian Sherwood, 158 tackles, 13 TFLs for Tui. Otis Ward with 12. Ali McNeil with 12, as well as Otis Ward back-to-back seasons over 15 sacks. I mean, this should be a Devi for him now, right? 12 or 9 for Tui, 7 for Ali McNeil, 5.5 for Jermaine Johnson, and interception numbers a little bit low as well compared to last season, but 3 for Isaiah Thomas. As we will be heading to Pittsburgh here for the wild card game, they are 11-6, won the North as well. Can we get our first playoff dub of the video? And we do, 26-16, and here we go. This is the team that beat us last season in this very spot in the divisional round, except this time we're gonna head to LA and we're gonna go ahead and spectate this one. They're in 87. We're a 93. Can we get our revenge from last season where Justin Herbert put up 400 plus yards, 5 passing touchdowns to no interceptions? Can we stop Nick Harper and Ladd McConkey? It's a 13-7 lead so far, 3-point lead for us heading into the 4th quarter. Now we take a 10-point lead. Chargers do get a field goal. However, we do have the ball. It is 1st and 10. We get a big chunk there from none other than Garrett Wilson himself. And if we can tick some of the clock off right here, we are in a pretty... Brees Hall, super underwhelming regular season, but now that the postseason is here, he has stepped it up. He has turned it on to another level, and with a 14-point lead now with just a minute to go, we are in a pretty good spot, and we are through to the AFC Conference Championship now. Our defense figured it out this season. Herbert, only 130 yards, no touchdowns. And shout out Brees Hall, who was easily MVP on the day with over 120 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. And in the AFC Conference Championship, we have an interdivisional AFC East showdown. The Buffalo Bills will be heading to MetLife, though. They only finished 9-8, stuck into the playoffs, got hot in the right moments. Josh Palmer is an X factor, unless that's just another Jay Palmer. This game's personal. This game means more. This is the puncher ticket to the Super Bowl. I had to mess it up. God damn. Oh, and it is dumping in East Rutherford, bro. Uh-oh. This game is so random sometimes. Let's see what we can do in this dumping rain, whether we get the first touchdown of the game there, but it's a low scoring affair in the first half as Buffalo comes away with just 3 points on that drive, thankfully, as we get ourselves a field goal to go up a touchdown now, and a touchdown might just be all we need here as TJ Noel ends up punting it back to the Buffalo Bills. All right, goodness, we can barely see here in this simcast thing as Josh Allen's gonna run a play action to James Cook there. And they have the next Gronkowski on their team, I guess. Josh Allen has 67 yards. There is 6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. I mean, this weather is no joke. As I said, us getting a touchdown might just be all we need. 3rd and 1 here on Buffalo's own 29. They sneak it with Josh Allen. Josh Allen coming out in shotgun, drops back to pass, has his man Khalil Shakir. And it's a first down. Under 4 minutes remain in the game. Josh Allen hands this one off to James Cook, and he is taken down with a negative 3-yard loss by none other than Otis Ward. Under 3:30 to go. Josh Allen drops back once again here. They're still preserving their timeouts. He just checks it down, and it's another great tackle. Big 3rd and 12 coming up. And with under 3 minutes to go, we have a huge 3rd and 12. Can the defense come through? Josh Allen finds Khalil Shakir once again. And with it being a short 4th and 1, this might just be 4-down territory, and it is. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills offense stays on the field. It's looking like a sneak. It's kind of a long yard. So they go to James Cook, and he gets an easy first down there. Clock is ticking, 1:40 to go. 2nd and 9 here. Buffalo still not opting to use any timeouts as Keon Coleman gets the first down, and there goes timeout number 1 for Sean McDermott. Still on a 31. This has been an extremely long drive here as it's going to be a jet touch pass to Joshua Palmer, I believe, and Jermaine Johnson has been everywhere ever since we've hopped into this game. It is now 2nd and 13. Buffalo not opting to use their second timeout here. And it's Jermaine Johnson again. He's a little buried on the depth chart. He's actually our pass rusher number 3 behind Tui, behind Otis Ward, but we re-signed him for a reason. We gave him that deal for a reason. He is coming through for us in the biggest game of this rebuild so far, and now it's Otis Ward. After a Josh Allen slip because of the weather, it is now 4th and 30. The Bills still have 2 timeouts remaining, but they got to get this almost into our red zone to be able to stay in this game, and Josh Allen incompletes the pass to James Cook, but there is a flag on the play. And it's DPI for 40 yards on Jalen Kilgore. No way. On a 4th and 30. And now Josh Allen runs it in. Oh my God, that is heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking. We had our ticket. We had the vision to the Super Bowl right there. All we needed was a stop. And we gave up a 40-yard DPI. The good news is, though, they're not leading us. It's just a tie game if he makes the extra point. Never know with this weather. We have 50 seconds. We have 3 timeouts. We have Fernando Mendoza. And here we go, Fernando. This is your moment right here. I know you're only in year 3, but your legacy. Not a good start. Not a good start at all. Just don't cough up the ball, though. This weather is making things a lot harder than what it should be. As a little play action there to Breece Hall, and it's a great grab by, not sure who that was. Number 80 might have been our rookie, but that gives us a manageable 3rd and 3 now. Timeout number 2 is also gone, so the clock is stopped with 38 seconds to go. And Breece Hall. Oh my God, Breece Hall. Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds. I cannot believe he did a freaking spin move. Got us some extra yards, to be fair, but he should have got out of bounds there. Instead, we have to use our final timeout with just 31 seconds remaining here. Mendoza. What a catch! He's out of bounds as well. Oh my God, what a catch. And that was an insane throw because he was in double coverage there. 27 seconds. I'm just afraid we're going to do something stupid because it's simulation like that. I might try to hop in here. Wait, they used the timeout. we should be fine. If they're gonna, I just hopped back in and we switched sides because this game's stupid. If they're gonna use timeouts, we should be good because the simulation's just gonna run it up the middle or throw it up the middle, and we do have time, but they're not gonna spike the ball or anything like that. Breece Hall, like that again. Buffalo uses timeout number 2 now, and it's 4th and 3. We should kick this field goal, and I did sign Cam Little, so we do have a kicker. I'm just scared we're gonna do something stupid. What? 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 Why are we punting? That's why I kept pausing the game. That's why I kept pausing the game. I was gonna hop in, but I thought just surely they would just do it. We just punted the ball on the 34. With a kicker. Damn, where is it at? With 97 kick power. Bro, we had it. We literally had it. Like that was such a good drive by Mendoza. Well, it's looking like overtime now, and Buffalo do start with the ball. Can our defense come through? That was a huge penalty on the offense. It's 3rd and 4 now. And they do punt the ball. We're on our 9, and all we need is a field goal. Now, according to our team, we need to get inside the 10 to kick a field goal, but we get 3 points, we win this game. It's simple because we stopped them. The problem is we're a little bit pinned here in our own end zone, and with this rain, it's a little hard to throw down the field. As you can see from both teams, 300 passing yards combined here, but Breece Hall, it's going to be 3rd and 7, man. And now, if we punt from this position, Buffalo has a very advantageous field position on us. Mendoza, I believe that is Patton, the new tight end 1 this season. Huge first down. 1st and 10. Breece Hall gets another handoff, goes through the middle. I'm hopping in. Honestly, I'm hopping in. Now, hopefully I don't really make a fool out of myself, though. That is the problem. Breece Hall, what a catch. First down, baby. 2nd and 10 now after a 0-yard run. We might run this with Mendoza. Slide. First down. Come on. He's got some sneaky wheels on him now. Don't sleep on that. Oh, this rain. This rain is horrendous, bro. Travis Etienne, another first down, bro. He was slipping and sliding left and right. Goodness me. Whole time, I'm just trying to run straight, bro. Such a bad sack. 2nd and 22 now. Such a bad sack to take there. Do we just heave it? Do we just heave it to Carnell Tate? This is a tough spot to be in, I'm not gonna lie. 3rd and 22. Carnell Tate. We had him. And that might have been a first down. We had him, bro. Look at him. He is so open with a lot of green grass to run into. Who gave up that block? Is that Membu? It's like you don't want to get paid, Armand. Goodness, what is this game? We punted into the end zone there. 3rd and 9. This game is taking forever. We're not even in the Super Bowl yet. This is the conference championship game, but it is a certified hood classic. 3rd and 9. Josh Allen finds Dalton Kincaid. 2 minutes to go. Josh Allen. If we could just keep them right here, we're in a good spot. I think it just goes to double overtime if the if the time runs out here. Khalil Shakir's slipping everywhere. I feel like he's still got too many yards on that play for my liking. 3rd and 5. At midfield. On the 50. Josh Allen, Otis Ward comes through again. Nobody can win this game in this weather right now. No offense can move. I gotta be the one to do it. I gotta be the one to do it for us. I need a better block there, Carnell. 2nd and 7 now from our own 12. Patton. Good catch. Way to hold on to that ball. Yeah, there's literally 10 seconds remaining. I think we just go to a double OT. I mean, we're deep in the playoffs, baby. Hey, just come down with it. What a catch, Becca. What a catch. What a catch from the rookie. Why is he 28? Good God. Okay, surely we just go to double OT, right? Bro, what is this game, man? What is this game? I can't skip. It's not letting me skip. Game doesn't even know what to do when we get to this point. Oh, I get it. But did the game just end in a draw or something, bro? I can't advance. Let's go. Thank you. Oh my God. 1st and 10 on the 46 now. Breece Hall. Breece Hall. Breece Hall, you dirty dog. Breece Hall, you dirty dog. It's another touchdown on the 43. 1st and 10. Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson, block for me. Don't even need it. Don't even need it. Don't even need it. We're on the 19. I'm getting as close as possible. I mean, surely we just try to get closer, right? Nah. We gotta kick it. We gotta kick it. We gotta kick it. We gotta kick it. And I'm getting iced. Wait, I'm actually terrified. I'm actually terrified, y'all. I'm actually terrified. I would love to just let the CPU do this, but here we are. Dude, that was low-key so short. That was low-key horrible, but we made it. We made it, thankfully. And that game is finally over. Everybody outside has hypothermia playing in this rain right now. But we made it. We beat the Bills. We beat our AFC East rivals. And we're here in the Super Bowl. My God, that might have been one of the best games ever played on this channel. I mean, what was that? Just insane. Just insane. By the way, all the sliders are just on default on Madden. Every single one of my rebuilds are like that. So don't think I was playing on like rookie or something. Insane game, man. Insane game. Carnell Tate was so quiet for his greatness. I don't know. His standards, I guess. Jermaine Johnson had 3 sacks. Otis Ward had 2, including that one in overtime. That was massive. That was insane. I feel like that used up all of our energy, but we still got one more game to go, including the biggest one of it all. We got the 12-5 Arizona Cardinals. As Fernando Mendoza goes back-to-back for most valuable player. Ooh, and Tito Baca, your offensive rookie of the year. He had a massive catch there in OT. Justin Herbert won best QB over the league MVP Mendoza. Cheers, Jeff. Goodness, man. Let's go check out some quick devies real quick. If we got any, Baca does end up going to star, and he's up to an 88 already with morale. So you love to see that in terms of the defense. I think Max Melton went up to star. Yeah, I saw you down here, Max Melton. I think that's it, though. I, however, am more intrigued in this Arizona Cardinals team here in 2028, 2029. They got TJ Parker, who, remember, was drafted to us a ton. Hey, maybe, no, I chose Mendoza. I think we made a good choice. McBride, obviously, a 99. They have Antoine Evans. Marv is up to a 92. Braden Cox, 92. Trey Benson developed into a 90. Now, Walton Nolan has fulfilled his potential. Just saw him play, by the way, on Monday night. He looked like a monster. Josh Sweat, Will Johnson. Their QB? Oh, it's Braden Cox. Okay, they also have Jared Goff. They also have Garrett Nussmeier. I'm not sure what they're doing here. Got a 3 QB rotation. But alrighty, let's do it. They're an 85. We're a 93. The Super Bowl, the one for all the marbles. And it feels good to be playing without rain, because that was hectic as hell. I could barely even see. First quarter is a dud, though, from both teams, 0-0, but we get the first touchdown of the game. Arizona drives down and gets themselves a field goal at the end of the first half. Both teams end up getting a field goal. It's making the scoreline 6-10 now, heading into the second half. The Jets do have the ball, end up scoring a touchdown from none other than Carnell Tate. The deadliest connection of the past 3 seasons comes through again here. And after a takeaway, I believe, with just a minute to go in the third quarter, the Jets have the ball inside the Cardinals 30 here. Breece Hall starts us off with a negative nor positive yard run. And we're just jumping in here because the defense has been playing great. Only held the Cardinals to 6 points. If we can score here and get a touchdown, we're in a pretty good spot. I wish the Super Bowl felt more Super Bowl-y, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like give us a different template. Give us like a lot of different things. You know what I mean? Make it the Super Bowl. Breece Hall out the backfield once again on a little Texas run, I believe that was. Hits his celly. It's a 24-6 lead into the fourth quarter now with our defense playing as great as it is. I think we're in a pretty solid spot to take home Lombardi, number 1 of the rebuild, and we hit the dagger there with another touchdown and held the Cardinals outside of the end zone. Ladies and gentlemen, your New York Jets are your Super Bowl champions. I think 5 years down the line, 6 years down the line. I'm not too sure what year I'm in now. We deserved a blowout and a sweat-free game. Mendoza actually threw 3 interceptions, though, but had 4 touchdowns, had 321 yards. The run game for both teams was quite quiet, but who else? Who else other than Carnell Tate? 9 receptions, 173 yards, and caught a touchdown pass as well. Breece Hall had the dagger. Tito Baca, the rookie, even scored. But maybe the MVP of the game was just the defense in general. How about 2.5 sacks for the offseason acquisition in Aleem McNeil? How about 1.5 for Otis Ward, who's really playing into himself now? 3 picks for Buda Baker. Jamien Shergoat got himself 1 too. And oh my God, this is the most fitting thing for my channel. Super Bowl MVP. Jamien Shergoat. That is actually hilarious, and we could end off on a dub right now. I'm gonna go one more year though. Let's see if we can go back to back, because we built a special team here, man. We built a special roster, bro. We don't have money though. Like, we don't have money. Maybe I do just end it. Oh, instead I'm gonna sit here and restructure 900 contracts. As Arvo Reese has actually decided to decline our deal. This might be tough, man. This might be tough to do. Armand Membu, I'm thinking about just tagging him, but we do have Jalen Kilgore here. Otis Ward is a 5th year. Aleem McNeil, Jermaine Johnson as well. 2 pieces that were huge in contributing for us at that Super Bowl. I mean, Membu does have a lot of interest. I'm gonna try to lower it down a tiny bit. He does decide to stay. Membu has been amazing for us, but now with just 9 mil remaining, we're not gonna be able to retain Kilgore, sadly. I think we gotta keep Jermaine Johnson. Actually, we don't have Jermaine Johnson money. I want Jermaine Johnson back. I'm giving him a 7-year deal, by the way, just to make it cheaper, because I'm out after this year anyway, so who cares? I want him to stay. He's been the actual Jet. He came through for us as well in that postseason appearance. He's a big part of this team. He's the captain. He is simply a Jet, and Arvo Reese is going to get the franchise tag. We're negative 12 mil in the cap now. Let's try to go back to back. Just about draft time. The position we need desperately is going to be safety. So I'm going to put all my private workouts on him. The free safety is kind of just mid, round 2 to 3. This guy's the worst player possible, UDFA. But we got a gem in Devin Coleman. And this is kind of the only real position we're really desperate for. So pick 32. Let's go ahead and take our guy, Devin Coleman here. As he's ranked 35 in the class, we get him at 32. So not bad at all. And he ends up being hidden dev. Whoa. Is this the dude I drafted last year? He's a superstar, bro. This is the dude that was bottom of the right guard list. He's a superstar. I'm trying to trade away some just pieces that we have so many offensive linemen. I'm just gonna try to get another pick, because why not? Actually, because of that news, I might try to trade Elijah Vera Tucker here. He's 31 years old, 87 overall. Kind of going down a little bit already. He should be able to get through. We get 36, and then the Raiders 3rd rounder as well. And with us not being able to retain Travis Etienne, we got Mike Michaels here, the elusive back out of Texas A&M. We need a backup running back, and Breece Hall also is not getting any younger either. So Mike Michaels could be the guy for the future. 31 in the class and hidden dev. We also lost Harold Fannin in the offseason. Obviously, I just had no money, so we need a backup tight end as well. Mike Beatty here, another A&M player. Can he be hidden dev as well, just like the running back? You bet. We just desperately need more depth and to round off this team, because obviously we did not have money to really do anything in free agency. It sucks to trade away Elijah Vera Tucker, but we have so many good options now on the O-line. And I think this dude right here is going to be quite good. Carlos Godfrey. Of course, we didn't retain Aleem McNeil either, who did play a huge part for us. So B+ draft grade here. Only normal dev though. 74, 75, 73, and 72. Hey, not too shabby. This draft class was also extremely mid, so good year to win the Super Bowl, I guess. And okay, we're here now in 2030, coming off a Super Bowl championship. The roster still looks good. We made little changes, added some new draft picks as well. Can we go back to back? This will be the final season. I'll see you in the playoffs. With the bye week? With the bye week? And we just actually got the bye week. We finished #1 with an 11-6 record. That's almost unheard of. But hey, we'll take it. We'll go skim through some stats real quick. Mendoza put up his usual MVP numbers. A little less tutties though. And Breece Hall was magically just back to his best. 19. This might be his best season. 19 touchdowns, 5.1 a carry. Actually, only 800 yards. That's kind of mid. Well, the yards were just mid. You know what I mean. Carnell Tate is unbelievable. Garrett Wilson also was a #2 as well. Carnell Tate has been ridiculous for us, bro. 11 TFLs for Reese and Otis Ward there. Otis Ward has been so good. Edward Hall from defensive tackle putting up 12.5 sacks. Okay, Otis Ward still didn't go up to superstar, did he? This dude is getting so overlooked. He has been a massive piece to us and a big reason why we're winning these games, and our defense really stepping up late in the postseason, as we have the Buffalo Bills once again here. This time in the divisional though. All right, some things are just not meant to be, I guess. So the 2 years we finish as the 1 seed, we don't win a playoff game, and then the 1 year we go what, 10-7, and don't get the bye week. Obviously, we actually end up winning it all. The Cardinals went to back-to-back Super Bowls. This time they won, though. Braden Cox, Super Bowl MVP. But okay, that's going to be the rebuild, though. About 5 to 6 years later, we built ourselves quite the roster, maybe a dynasty in the making here, especially when you got this guy and this guy under helm. Loved it. And Fernando Mendoza is probably going to be QB1 in this class and will likely go #1 overall as well. The Jets definitely in the sweepstakes now after trading away Sauce Gardner, trading away Quinnen Williams, trading away Michael Carter as well. And if he's anything close to this, it was more than worth it. Now, it will probably be unlikely they land Carnell Tate as well. This is a guy that will probably go top 10 in my opinion, but I said the same thing about Shador Sanders last year, so these were outrageous numbers. His connection with Fernando Mendoza was just otherworldly. I mean, those two as a duo are going to go down as the best of all time. If they're probably up there already, especially after winning a Super Bowl this early on in their careers. We kept the staples of this team, like a Breece Hall, like a Garrett Wilson. Wish I could have kept Elijah Vera Tucker as well, but the money was just getting tight there, and obviously he was starting to regress, and we had good talents behind him in the twins, Almes and Matthias here. Dickerson we traded for was awesome. Membu and Fashanu obviously stayed throughout, as well as the 2 franchise tackles of the actual Jets, and they were amazing. And defensively, we had some awesome draft picks as well here. Edward Hall, McAllister, Green. Obviously, we hit out on some defensive tackles, and we added in Ali McNeil and Jordan Davis as well. Cornerback rooms, hey, look at Isaiah Thomas really stepping into a CB1 role, 92 overall now. We drafted Gord, Coleman. Shout out to Jalen Kilgore. It was awesome for us as well, but obviously we did not have the money to re-sign him. Sean Short was sick. X Factor off rip, top 5 true talent, I believe, and out of Oregon. So shout out to him. Otis Ward, the most slept on player of maybe this entire rebuild. I mean, he put up 16 sacks, 15 sacks, 16 sacks, and did not go up a development trait once. He put up awesome numbers. He came through in the big moments as well. Tui, who we also signed, was great. I think Jermaine Johnson may have, no, there's no way he retired. He's only 31 years old. I don't know where he went though, but that's probably why we lost, because we got rid of him. Shout out to Arvo Reese, who went up to X Factor in this final season. Another player that will likely go top 10, him, Carnell Tate, and Mendoza. We somehow ended up with all 3 of them, I'm not sure. And how about we ended off here with Jamie Shergold, the Super Bowl MVP. If you guys enjoyed and made it to this point of the video, I appreciate you a lot. Make sure to like the video, comment down below the next team I should rebuild as well. I'm thinking the next rebuild, though, will be a 20-year rebuild. I've been kind of stalling on it, I'm not going to lie. So look out for that soon. Appreciate y'all watching the whole thing, though. A successful rebuild with the New York Jets after the trade. Let me know your thoughts on those trades down in the comments below. Were the Jets winners or losers? Like I said earlier at the beginning of the video, I think they got maximum value out of both pieces there. Quinnen Williams, Sauce Gardner, and their team doesn't really look like it's going to be competing anytime soon either. They got a lot of draft capital now. Now they just got to make use of it. So we'll see how that goes. Excited to see Sauce on the Colts and Quinnen Williams on the Cowboys. But that's it for me. Another successful rebuild accomplished. See you.